Hey besties, it's Rosie. Besties. I am channeling for a collective today who has made a very long coming decision. I'm picking up on an energy of someone who is prioritizing their own happiness over money, over a preconceived notion of stability. Bestie, I'm mainly getting an energy of someone. I don't know if this is at the planning stages of the journey or if this is something that is already in motion for you, but the energy I'm picking up on is there are several paths that are forming before you, and you might not have any understanding of these paths. Maybe you're only feeling them out on an energetic level. Maybe the opening or the door to these paths hasn't quite manifested in the physical realm. But I am seeing that this decision that you have made to follow your heart and prioritize your emotional well being and happiness is setting off a chain reaction. I'm seeing dominoes falling in a row. Bestie, this is mainly this is either leading to a new beginning financially, or you have just decided in your heart that you want a new beginning financially. And I am seeing that there will be others who crop up on this path to support you on it. Where you're going, what might have caused you resistance to following this path at any other point in your life might have been this incorrect internal belief that you held that you would have to do it all yourself. When you are having to completely chart a new path forward all on your own, it can feel very daunting, but for whatever reason, there seems to be some understanding that the universe is going to support you in whatever you do, and that will likely take the form of other people physically showing up on the earth plane to help you make this path a viable one. Spirit. Bestie, I got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. Whatever decision you're making, this is going to ultimately lead to the most money that you could make, the most stable material stability that you could amass in this lifetime. This was the ticket to get that for you. Whatever job or whatever you've been doing for work previously, I'm getting for some of you, maybe you've had two jobs. Maybe you've had like a side hustle that's your true passion, and you've had like a job that was more stable, a little more reliable, like a more reliable paycheck. I'm getting that for some of you, you're going to kind of take the leap of faith to invest fully in that side hustle and try to make that something viable. And bestie, I'm seeing that that is going to pay off big time for you. Like taking this leap and saying, you know what, I wasn't meant for a 9 to 5, or for some of you, you might be getting a new 9 to 5. Maybe this is something that you feel very passionate about, but I am picking up on entrepreneurship here for a lot of people in this collective. This is something that you were like, you know what, this was a destined path that I had previously. Maybe a lot of people in your family did that. Maybe it was expected of you. Maybe you've just put so much time into that path that it felt like, you know, you were subscribing to the sunk cost fallacy that it just would never be worth walking away. But for some reason, I see this like stirring in your heart, bestie, where you were deciding like, no, I deserve to follow my heart. And I know that if I do that, the rest will come. And bestie, you're completely right about that. Spirit, what do you want my collective to know about this choice? Bestie, oh my. Bestie. I'm seeing that for some of you, you're going to have to walk away from something. This is either a person that has been holding you back. I'm picking up on like a very domineering energy. I'm picking up on a masculine presence who, there's almost like a greed to this energy. This could be like a boss. This could be a spouse for some of you. This could be like a father figure, or this could just be the patriarchy in general. Some masculine, distorted masculine force has convinced you for a lifetime up until this point that you needed to do this. And you realize now that your emotional fulfillment lies elsewhere and you are walking away from this. And bestie, I see that you're walking away from this pretty quickly. Maybe for some of you, maybe if you were planning to kind of slip away in the night, I'm kind of seeing that like this is going to be a little, oh, no, never mind. Wrong card. I'm seeing that for some of you, you will be able to just slip away in the night. I thought I had the 6 of Wands, but I'm getting the 6 of Swords. So this is the energy of just kind of making this quiet exit, just quickly, swiftly moving away under the cover of darkness. It doesn't really have to be a big thing with this person. And I'm seeing that in order to do this, bestie, it's going to take a lot of inner strength. It's going to take a lot of emotional fortitude, but whatever you've been doing to get you here to this place where you've made this very powerful decision, You have proven to yourself that you have what it takes. And bestie, as someone reading your energy right now, I want you to know that you absolutely do. Even if there are times where you are doubting yourself, I want you to know that you do have what it takes. Okay? Having what it takes doesn't mean in every single moment that we feel confident in it. It doesn't mean that when we do things, we're not shaking with fear the entire time. It means that even when we're unsure, even when we're doubting, we still do it. We show up and do it, and we do it scared. But at the end of the day, we do it. And I want you to know that you have what it takes to do that. This is going to be successful. You are going to be successful. You will be supported, and you will succeed in this. And I see that, bestie, this is going, like, in your head, you might have a time frame set out for this, for how long this is going to take. I'm seeing that it's not going to take that long. It's going to shock you at how quickly you start receiving equally what you're putting out. I know, like, even when you're doing your taxes and stuff, there are so many years that the government will kind of like, it's understood that for so many years you're probably going to experience a loss on the new business that you've started. So they kind of like, they're just kind of expecting that. But I'm seeing, bestie, that like that time period, if you're kind of expecting that, it's not going to be what you thought it was. Like, this is actually going to take off and be fruitful more rapidly than you could have dreamed of. Oh. Bestie, I don't even know where that card went. It just like vanished into thin air. The card that flipped away was the Five of Cups in reverse. Bestie, you're going to experience so much success and fulfillment on the other side of this decision that you're embarking on, that what you had to leave behind to get here isn't even really going to be on your radar. Like, you're going to be shocked at how easy it was to get over it. Like, and for a long time, you might have put off making this decision, maybe third time's the charm. And maybe it's this person, maybe it's this figure you're having to walk away from. There might have been this element of like, you thought you would miss them too much, you would be too broken, you would be too scared, whatever. On the other side of it, bestie, you're going to be shocked at how quickly you're able to move on from that, how quickly you forget. Because ultimately this thing was not, it might have been providing pentacles, it might have been providing material stability, but it was not feeding your heart. And for some of you, you might not have been able to be honest with yourself about that for a long time. Maybe you really love this person, you thought that was enough reason to stay. Or maybe it was like a job or a cause that you were involved in that you thought like loving it was enough reason to stay. But at the end of the day, you're learning to prioritize your emotional well-being, your true fulfillment. And bestie, this wasn't it. And I don't know that you're truly going to know that until you're on the other side of this, where you are emotionally fulfilled, that you will have the eyes to see how scanty and skimpy this past situation was. There's a rebirth taking place. Trust the process, okay? I love you.